Well, the president is continuing his working visit, and he is in the eastern region today, and he's billed to inspect some ongoing developmental projects spanning from road construction, salt cutting of district hospitals, school projects, and some Get Fund projects. He will also inspect ongoing construction works on the much talked about Nkoko Nuyem New Ebrim Road project, which is co-funded by Newmont Ghana Limited and Cocoa Board. Now, executives of the New Patriotic Party in the Amasaman area in the Greater Accra region have filed a writ, an injunction to restrain the Electoral Commission from accepting the nomination papers of their parliamentary candidate. On the phone with us is the constituency chairman of the NPP at Amasaman, Michael Oforia Sante, and Nick Pakpo-Addo, he's lawyer for the plaintiffs, to join us on the phone. Thanks for your time, gentlemen. Let's start with you, Mr. Oforia Sante. Why do you want your parliamentary candidate out?
Thank you very much, Araba. I really don't understand the question, but I don't want my parliamentary candidate out.
Okay, why are you taking this action against your parliamentary candidate?
I haven't taken any action against him.
All right.
I haven't taken any action against him. What I know is there were 3 polling station executives who took us to court after the primary somewhere in January. And that issue has been in court. They are the ones who took the party to court. I'm not the one. So
very well. Okay. We have Nick Pakpo-Addo on the line. He is a lawyer. Ni, who are you representing?
Oh, thank you very much. What am I speaking to again?
Araba.
Araba, how are you?
I'm well, thank you for asking.
Okay, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to your wonderful listeners. There are 3 executives of the constituency who have challenged the election of the purported parliamentary candidate. Now, what is significant is that there was an election, a first election that was to have been held. And at that time, there was a candidate amongst that first election that didn't come off, who challenged the entire process because he was disqualified. Now, whilst the issue was in court, there was terms of settlement that were reached. And there was also an interlocutory injunction that was pending in respect of that particular matter. Now, before the resolution could be brought before the court for acceptance as being the final judgment of the court, being that parties had reached some form of settlement, the constituency went ahead to hold the parliamentary elections without waiting for the injunction to be put to rest and then the terms of settlement adopted by the court. So certain executives of the constituency who are polling station executives from various polling stations decided that they were not going to accept the purported election of one FIFA who had emerged out of the second election that had taken place, which then had resulted in some person being held out as a nominee. They challenged it that if that election should have come on, that election should have come on after the court had pronounced on the first matter that was still pending.
Right. So
they have been in court challenging the eligibility and purported election of this FIFA person.
Just to clarify, what are the reliefs that you are seeking?
Now, that is the pending case. Now, in this particular case that has been filed, it is the Electoral Commission which has announced its intention of accepting nominations from persons who intend to stand as parliamentary candidate. Now, you know that there is no parliamentary candidate until and unless you have filed and have been accepted by the Electoral Commission.
Right.
So these executives are putting the Electoral Commission on notice that they have a pending matter in court, which has the Electoral Commission as also a party, and they are not prepared to make any, or they are not prepared to let any opportunity granted to this FIFA gentleman to purport to present himself as the elected parliamentary candidate for the NPP.
Let me try and understand. Let me try and make sense of what you're saying. Is this writ a fresh writ, or is what you're doing is sending some form of notice to the Electoral Commission not to recognize?
So
exactly. Which is why I'm asking you what reliefs you are seeking.
Now, the reliefs in this one are very simple. That the district election officer, who is the head of the district election office at the district assembly, and the national EC are being put on notice that there is a pending matter in court in respect of Mr. FIFA challenging his election. And therefore, until that matter is determined, they cannot accept any forms that purport to emanate from Mr. FIFA during this period of nomination and filing. That's basically it. So there's an injunction application that is pending in respect of the attempt to file by Mr. FIFA, if he even attempts to file. And once that has been done, the EC knows what to do. So basically that is what is happening. So we don't expect Mr. FIFA to make an attempt to file any nomination papers, because clearly that would be in contempt of court.
All right. We'll have to leave it here. Many thanks. Nipakbo Ado is lawyer for some executives of the NPP in the Amasaman constituency. We did try to reach out to the parliamentary candidate there, or aspirant there, but we were unsuccessful. We will try in our subsequent bulletins.